Hi, hello, and today I am going to talk about freedom. Okay, freedom. Freedom is the topic for today, and I'm just checking my internet connection because I want to make sure, okay, that we are here very, on a good Wi-Fi, right? So freedom. Why I want to talk about freedom? In general, erotic photo shoot, okay, erotic photo shoot, it's all about freedom. You see, people think, okay, that they're coming to create erotic photography and erotic fantasies, right? But the first thing what will happen is that they have to release, okay? They have to release negative emotions, they have to release negative energy, and that is where they feel and find themselves that they're experiencing freedom. Okay, erotic photoshoot is about freedom. Eros energy, Eros in general, it's about freedom. When we talk about erotica, people think that this is, going to be about interaction, what is happening in the bedroom, intimacy and sexual actions. Okay, but Eros and the freedom is much bigger than that. Okay, Eros is and freedom. It's about how you would reinvent yourself, how would you update yourself, how would you edit yourself and your life. Freedom in action, freedom in the way you think about yourself, in the way you do things for yourself and with other partner, you see, because there are things which are familiar and very routine, and the freedom or eros energy is to do something new. That's the freedom. So you have this in your head very often, okay, like a fantasy. And some people even scared to share this fantasy or even talk about this. Okay, so that is that freedom, that you finally find yourself in that state, right? And you are able to do this. Okay, you are able to put yourself into that energy, eros energy, rebellion energy. Okay, when you feel erotic freedom is, of course, undressing, right? We associate everything with a sexual action. Okay, we're sexual action, but in the reality, erotica, like I say, it's much bigger. And we fancy people who are dressed and they do not perform anything sexual. You see, erotica, it's an energy, it's a factor that adults have, and they can express in their daily lives, in their job, okay, in their work. They can be so sexy when they go to the meeting or they go for lunch, and they can just boost themselves with that eros energy while they're having lunch with, I don't know, with buyers, with sellers, with partners, with whatever. That's the erotic freedom. You see, they use that energy, and then they come home, okay, drain out, and they do not have that energy anymore because they already, how to say, there is a capacity, they already, been in that vibration. So erotic and eros freedom, it's not only in bedroom, you know, but the problems when happening and when couples go into crisis or individuals go into crisis, when they using that freedom, okay, everywhere else but in their intimate life, okay, you know, I am talking about those people who are doing the same thing, who having a boring situation, who are know themselves or who they know their partner, and they are not able to reinvent, okay, to rebuild, to remake things, to rebrand, to revamp, to restore, to reboost. I just write a lot of words here to explain, okay, to re-edit themselves. That is the freedom, that is the erotica. It's not about doing things, you see. because people associate this with corn, and this word I learned here on this TikTok. Okay, people learn their intimacy and their erotica on corn, and they think that that is it. Okay, but in the reality, you see, naturally, we are born to create eros energy. Naturally, we are able to boost our levels. Naturally, we express it in a different environment, and it can occur in the different situations where we do not feel erotica is with our children. Okay, we do not feel it with our parents. Okay, it's not normal. I'm not talking about erotic fantasies, and I'm not talking about perverty stuff, right? I'm talking about normal systems, right? But in general, adult world, right, where we go into, it's in our mind, right? And energy is in our body created, right? And we use it, and very often we use it outside the relationship. Very often we use that eros energy, we consume that, and there is not enough left to the partner, to you. Okay, you give it you give it all. You vibrate, you're so cool, you're on the stage, you know, you're so erotic, you're so, you know, in the zone. That is an eros energy. That is when people are very confident about their topic, they using that energy. When people are in their element, okay, when people know what they doing, you know, they are, for example, doing their craft for a really long time, and they're so confident. And you know, I am saying constantly that confidence is sexy. Confidence is, that's where people can feel sexy. Okay, confidence cannot be born in the body which is scared, nervous, anxious, paranoid, and going into a negative vibration. Okay, it's an opposite of the confidence and being sexy. When you see, you know, a broken hearted child who is crying, it's not, you know, it's not sexy unless you have, you know, some kind of twitches in your head, right? Different things, okay, different. These are the things which are related to alter ego. So today I would like to speak about erotica and about the liberation, because when people create erotic photo shoot, I can tell you, if they go into that confident state, if they go into that energy, eros energy state, they feel liberated. They feel, because what happens is that they get rid of a lot of negative information. The performance which started during the photo shoot, and performance when, you know, you are a few hours in the session and you are in a totally different energy and vibration, it's like a day and night. Usually people do not start in a confident and a sexy, you know, element zone way. They kind of, you know, shy away, they feel embarrassed, they worry, they're nervous. You know, these are kind of emotions, what happens to people. And that's normal. It's okay. I'm telling to them that it is normal to be nervous. Okay, if you're not doing this as a dressing every day in front of other people, you see, okay, you will be a little bit nervous, maybe at the same time, but that's normal. It's normal feeling. It's for humans, right? It's normal to feel this way. Okay, what people do not understand most of the time, when they are creating erotic photography, right, they have to go through this freedom, state freedom. They have to go into that state to be absolutely hot and sexy and vibrate in this energy, to go into this frequency. You know, people are booking erotic photo shoot and they think that it will happen for them everything very quickly, and it is photographer, it is his job to make them look very confident and sexy. That is the biggest mistake what people think in their heads, that there is someone else's responsibility to make them feel confident and sexy in their body. You know, And it took me years to figure it out, why it is so long for me, takes for some people to put them into this vibration, because they are normally not used to use it for themselves. They're in this freedom and eros energy on the stage, okay? Or when they're talking to their, employees, okay? They're in their element. They want to show off. They want to, like, wow, I'm like this and like this. But at the studio, they don't know what to do with this eros energy. And it took me, a long time to actually boost them and put them into this feeling, right? Because they're using this eros energy somewhere else. Okay. And when they come back home, the wife is saying that they just want to sit on the couch and do nothing, or they're not interested in nothing, or it's all boring, it's all the routine, and it's so on. That kind of a relationship situation happens because men, they are in their element with eros energy. That's where they feel, that they are on the top, that they are ruling this. Okay, that's what the eros energy is, and that is the erotic photo shoots, what they are all about, to figure this out about yourself, okay, and put everything into the places. An erotic photo shoot is the place where they finally liberate themselves, like literally. Because when they come to the studio, and this is the place where they have to make sexy pictures, you see? And then they got scared and nervous. They're not on the stage. You see what happens? So people normally go through this stage, which is negative, which is a negative, I don't know, mountain. I'm not going to even say the hill, because usually when people go into that negative vibration, it vibrates really long time. It's not a 5-minute operation. Okay. And people who want, social media made it very hard for photographers because there are very high expectations. People, when they come to the photo shoot, they want to be very perfect on the picture, high end. When they come to have a photo shoot at the studio, they want to look, wow, drop dead gorgeous. Seriously, seriously. The best model ever they seen. That's how they imagine themselves, and they're coming to see a professional, and that's what they want to get. What they do not realize is that confidence, what is sexy, it's an energy and it's a vibration that they have to achieve it. They have to achieve it. It's not photographer who is creating this in their body. They have to go into that state and be all wow, so that I'll take a picture of that. Like, oh wow. And then, they giving this, they giving that, they just, moving around, and every shot is amazing. When they are in this energy, it all works. Believe it or not everyone can go very easily in front of someone who is a stranger to them in a new environment, when there is a camera, pointing at you, and when someone is telling you what to do. There are lights, there are flashes, there are a lot of other elements which actually distracts them, and they lose focus, and they got scared and nervous because usually it's unfamiliar. Okay, and it looks dangerous and it feels risky, and they worry that they are not performing and they are not looking perfect, and they start shooting, and I show them the pictures, and they like, oh my gosh, I'm not that sexy actually, I'm not that amazing actually at the start. Oh my gosh, even then, like that. Different kind of situations. So you need to put people in that relax mode, chill mode, because there are very big expectations. Okay, and very big expectations happens, and for men and for women. I always thought that women are very much obsessed. Okay, but then I met few men who changed my mind. Okay, so women and men want to be drop dead gorgeous and perfect, and just have wow pictures. What they do not realize is that to make them, they have to perform. They have to do it. Photographer can help them, but it's on them. It's they have to be in that, element. They have to be confident. They have to be hot and sexy. They have to seduce camera. They have to do it, okay? It's not me seducing them. That's the whole, perspective. That people, when they come to the photo shoot, they think that, responsibility lies on me, and they are just there to take, a ride. No. So that's what it happens. But erotic photo shoot, and the reason why people are doing erotic photo shoot consciously or unconsciously, is to liberate themselves. They know that they are not feeling well when, some kind of unpleasant situation happens. And a lot of them doing it for their own confidence, just to be confident in their mind, in their soul, in their body, just vibrate with that energy. And they want to be able to go into that state, and they want to see it, to have this evidence that I can do it. It's very easy then for your mind to follow, because if you already achieved, right, you've been naked and you created hot and sexy shots, you have a different perspective. You see? So you arrive with a perception, okay, something is wrong. Something is not right, or I'm there too fat, or I'm there too slim, or I need to lose weight, or I need to gain weight, or there is something with the nose, or no hair, or, I have too small size, or I mean, like, seriously, there are so many reasons why, and the more we aging, the more we're growing up, there are more reasons out there, okay? Seriously, you will add all, situations, all illnesses, all, separations, babies. You just add a lot of elements. What happened to you? You have more reasons to go into that negative perception, and then that photographer is there to take you out of that state. You see? Photographer is kind of there, that it has that moment and work with you to change your perspective, so you would see yourself in a different way. Very often I see people that they are blinded, with some beliefs, beliefs about themselves. They're talking to themselves disrespectfully, I would believe. Okay, not lovingly, not, not that I'm all that, drop that gorgeous and I'm like this and that. No, this is wrong with me. This is wrong with me. I don't like this. I don't want to see this. And that way. And sometimes I say, stop, 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 stop. We can't even start this negativity. People need to go to therapy. When I see people for erotic photo shoots, I would send 80% to therapy. Okay, but they cannot, it will be insulting for them. They don't want to even hear this. So I already mentioned that erotic photography, and in general working with yourself, is one part of the therapy that you can do for yourself. And I believe that everyone can help themselves. You see, I am not that person as well to go and seek for help. I believe that all answers are here. You just need to see it and get the information. When you get information about yourself, right? And when you, from the perception, move into perspective, this is already a step forward. A step forward, huge step forward. So let me just talk about erotica and freedom, okay? Because how they feel after erotic photo shoot, I can tell you, they feel that they achieved so much. They feel finally that, they are intact, they are enough, that they are grown up, that they're happy with what they've got, that they realize that they've got a lot, okay, that they can vibrate in their body, that they can feel certain things with their body, that they can perform, that they can look good, but they know they can be non-sexy as well and unsuccessful shots, but they aware of that, this delusion goes, through the window that everything has to be perfect about them, about, their life, and about their world, and about their photography. Okay, everything has to be perfect. You see, I'm very realistic when I go and shoot erotic photography. Very realistic with people. And I tell them the truth how I see it. Okay? And of course we interact, because without the interaction there will be no result. Okay? And the biggest thing what people are looking for, and it took me a really long time to understand why people are looking for erotic photo shoots. I thought they just want, to stimulate themselves, to be all frisky and, dirty minds and so on. No, they're looking for repair. They are seriously looking to repair themselves unconsciously. Okay, because erotic fantasies visit us every day. Visit us every day. And what happens with these erotic fantasies? These ideas and thoughts, and you can live in that erotic fantasy. You can experience certain things. Your mind, you see, doesn't know if it's real or not. Is it happening or not happening? So people are fixing themselves and fixing traumatic experiences, which is intimate and sexual, unhappy love, maybe, this so-called fantasy watching thing, it's a fixing themselves situation, fetishes, BDSM experiences, all kind of, domination and submission experiences. All those come from there. And through adulthood in our erotic fantasy, we are able to repair. You see, those files are working this way to protect you, of course. So you would not be suffering, and you will not be, staying in that childhood trauma, or in that pain, or in that disappointment, or whatever you had. And the same, it processes and the positive emotions and the negative emotions. What happened in this repair, that the negative one then become positive, and you are kind of become that person in your fantasy and erotic fantasy who is in the control of your, of the situation now. When you was maybe younger, you didn't know this happened to you. Okay, but now you can set these things happen for you, and you can cancel it, you can make it, you cannot, you are in control. That's what happened with the erotic fantasies. And when you experiencing these things, you get a relief. You release these emotions. Okay, what are the emotions? Emotions, these are the feelings that are embodied in your suit. Emotions, very well shown when you're starting erotic photo shoot, when you are undressing, your body is not performing. It is usually stiff, it is usually frozen, you don't know where to put your hands, where to stand, how to keep, your body, how to adjust your face to the body, and so on. It's just out of focus. There is no balance. Very often people do not know where to put their hands, where to put their legs, what to do with it. It's out of control, and sometimes even these embodied emotions want to make shapes, like seriously stupid things in a photo shoot. I just they look like it's breaking them, and that's how it's coming out. That's a freedom, I'm telling you. That's a release what they helping. This is a creative process, and adults, you see, they don't have places where they can feel that freedom and where they can create. So erotic photo shoot is that place when they're able to express themselves, able to be spontaneous and impulsive, and I see what's happening in front of my eyes. And something what I believe, oh my gosh, now it's gonna be so romantic and so sexy. At the beginning, it's all over the place. There is nothing to shoot in there. It's just scary. It happens this way because it comes out. What happens with those unpleasant emotions, and we all have them, okay? We, you see, our life is structured this way that we receive those unpleasant emotions. We receive them. It's our choice how we are going to process them. It is our choice how long we will stay in this vibration. But they are coming everywhere. It's like you've been attacked, okay, by this information. You know, an attack's coming from everywhere. Of course, it's coming from your surroundings, but it also comes, you see, inside of you. You can be hijacked inside of you. There is nothing happening, but you feel like you know, anxious and someone will attack you. There is no animal behind or someone to stab you, right? So there are different kind of negative expressions coming out from, you know, from how do you say, attack you, like it's coming attack from inside of you or from outside of you, but your brain doesn't understand this, you see, doesn't understand this, where the attack coming from. But what happens is that you have an ego who is there to protect you. And ego, you see now, especially now, because we have a lot of attacks, and especially we are attacked from within. From within, ego produces a lot of cells to protect you. And these cells are cancerous and tumorous cells. And that's how ego protecting you keep producing and producing and producing. That's how, you know, the situation happens. And everything is on energy level, on emotional level, on the feeling level, not on a physical level, so that we could measure. You see? So that's what I'm saying about erotic liberation. That's where you actually aiming when you are doing that. You are working on that conglomerate. You know, it's the reason why I use this word, because it's like a puzzle, you know? It's like a puzzle of emotions which you do not see and you are not able to access. But how you can know about them, you can feel them, and the thoughts are coming in, you see, and the thoughts are interacting with you. The mood is there. Your body is expressing how you feel. When I take a picture at the beginning of the person who is attacked, within, I mean, right? The body doesn't look great. It's not confident. The picture from the beginning of the shoot, okay, and the picture at the end after 2 or 3 hours is two different people. Two different people. You see, they coming to get that release. And there is no other place. Of course, they can go and speak with psychologists, but they do not undress there and do not take any action that would release that embodied emotion. What they can go into sport, right? That's what they do. They process stress in there. They can do intimate action, make love scenes. That's why I'm telling everyone that relationship is the number one concern and priority, not money. Not money. You see, it's a different structure have to happen in the world, and the big change that people will of the priority, and they will not be choosing how to learn to make money, choosing how to educate themselves to be better in the relationship and better into an intimate world, intimacy with their eros energy, to use that for that specific reason. Because when they're using it at the beginning of my video of this live, I said that they go to work all sexy, dressed up, all on this hyper vibe energy. Now they're gonna rock it, smash it, whatever, how they feel. That is an Eros energy, you see, and they use this up when they come to the time when there is the time to be with your partner and show yourself and be that, that macho man. Okay, this energy is gone, it's been used. Okay, you are not that person who is unstoppable, okay, who is reinventing, rebuilding relationships, remaking yourself, right, revamping yourself. No, no. That's why people go into crisis, because intimacy is very important and energy levels are very important. And erotica, it's not only about intimacy. It's a very, you see, sexuality, it's a very small part of the erotica. We go into erotica during our erotic photo shoots when they dressed. They try to seduce me. They try to look at me in the way that is, it's sexy. I'm not naked. But this energy, it has to come out. Everyone has that switch to switch it on and switch it off. And then that energy has a frequency. The higher the frequency, the better situation with your partner, the hotter it gets in the bedroom. Not just everyone is just doing it because of the doing it and then not feeling anything much. You see what I'm saying? Eros energy has to be used for the certain specific topic. Now it used to make money, okay? Have attention, have fame, have something, different. And that is a sexual energy. And money making is a sexual energy. Contagious is all the positive as well as the negative. Energy is contagious, yes. You see, it's just the problem with this contagious, I already mentioned. When you are contagious in the negative energy, you vibrate much longer. Your brain designed to stay in that energy and consume it and enjoy it. There are people who need to be in that negative vibration. They sadomasochists. They enjoy this. They enjoy this. There are people who are enjoying to suffer. They are enjoying to be in pain. And not only I'm talking now about the BDSM. I'm not talking about that only. I'm talking about real life experiences, right? So let me just go back in a moment about liberation and about freedom in erotica. Okay, but I'll just say hi because we've been chatting for some time. Say hi, and I say hi to everyone and maybe answer a few questions. Hi, hello, hi, hello. Okay, hi, hello, hi, hello. Okay, today's topic is erotica and liberation. And liberation, it means release yourself, find that switch to understand where you're using your erotic energy, okay? Because if you're not using it in a bedroom, you're using it somewhere else. And if you are not using it somewhere else, then it's switched off, okay? How to switch it on? There are ways how to switch it on, of course. If you switched off, most of the time you think about this. Who has a switched off energy, sexual energy? Mature people, mature. I'm not saying mature, old people and children. Okay? Grandmas and grandpas usually have this energy on the lower end. Okay? Children don't have sexual energy. It just, it's just where it start developing. Okay? It's just, just a little bit. So that's where it is. When adults feel that they don't want anything, okay, they are or in a grandpa's vibration or in the child's vibration. And you see, when we live our life, we can change our frequency and we can change our vibration. We can just change it. If we know that we are in the control, you see, it's the same like with an erection. If you are in the control, you can have an erection. You know what I mean? And you can change it from non-erected state into erected state. Not aroused state, you can put yourself into aroused state. Yes, someone else's can do that and initiate that and stimulate that. But I'm talking now about you, not looking around who is going to stimulate you. I'm talking about you. If you go into yourself, you know that you can get turned on and turn off. If you can. If you can't, then your energy vibration, you see, people are spending their lives not in their bodies, not in their lives. Spending their lives in their bodies, but not living their life. You understand what I'm saying? Just because of the energy. And then because of that energy, when you switched off and you living a grandma's life, then this energy, you see, it gets contaminated around you and you start living in general grandma's life. And grandmas live on a pension. Charisma. Yes, charisma is a part of your energy, right? Freedom. You know what is freedom? When you think about, I don't know, slavery, freedom is when you feel alive. You know, people want to live a life, feel alive, feel different quality of life. Being slaves and that freedom, you know? So, like I say, erotic energy is that energy that liberates us. And you can even be free and feel free in the slavery with erotic energy. You don't have to do, this action. Eros energy it's so profound, it's so big. Sexuality belongs to Eros energy. Sexuality is a specific vibration, which is of course in your in your physical body and happens in genitalia area, right? Sexuality. But Eros energy, you see, it doesn't vibrate just there. It's much bigger than that. Like if you look at the scale, it's going to be a global scale. That's what Eros energy is. And you don't have to be undressed to feel that vibration in your body. And we don't have to see people naked to see that they are vibrating in Eros energy. Because you see someone and you fancy them. You like them. It's not that you like them, you like their adulthood, their Eros energy because it's confident and it's sexy. Simple as that. Nothing is complicated about Eros energy. Everyone can see it. Are you in there or you out? If you out, then you're a grandpa or a child. That's how it goes. How are you? I am quite well. Thank you so much. I do. Hey, hi, hello, right. Can I do the shoot? Yes, you can. Hello, Julia, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. You know what else? I'm very sexy. I think somebody that is intelligent. Yes, intelligence. Yes, you see what you cannot fake? It's an intellect. That's what you cannot fake. The rest you can fake. Okay? So intellect is sexy. Invite. I like the way you talk. Thank you. I'm talking today about liberating yourself through erotic energy, and I'm talking about erotic photo shoot. I create photography for adults, and that is erotic photo shoot where people are undressing and experiencing these emotions. When they're undressing, they feeling negative vibration most of the time, all the time at the start. Okay, then they slowly start mixing up. So, like I said, negative vibration lasts 1 hour and a half. If people are absolutely nervous about erotic photo shoot, that is the minimum time when they need to actually process that negative energy. And very often these people book, a half an hour photo shoot, a 1 hour photo shoot, and they are not able to get out of this negative vibration. You see, these people need to shoot 3 hours to get a proper solid content where they are confident and when they are sexy. I am picking up what you are laying down. Good. Thank you. Thank you. You are so beautiful. Thank you. I am a novice photographer. How do I break in the boudoir niche? For me, boudoir always was a beginning of erotica. Okay. When I come to London, I straight away, how to say, start learning erotic photography. And when I'm decided to contact everyone in that niche, majority, which I maybe send 30 emails or so, no one sent me any replies. Okay, so I realized that I have to learn by myself. Okay, and I went and learned photography. Right, maybe you can find a boudoir course. Okay, for me, boudoir it's the beginning of erotica, right? When people do not feel much, do not experiment with their body, with their feelings, there is no breathing or other kind of actions in there, no smell, no nothing. They do not create much, okay, in my personal opinion. But there is another way, because you see, even is that erotica. Oh, just a second. Mm. Even if that's erotica, people name it in the way they are embarrassed to call it. And boudoir name it is like a popular name. They are embarrassed to name it erotica. Okay, and I remember I opened a new website, and erotic photographer UK domain was available, and I was very much surprised because it wasn't taken. No one wanted to be associated with erotica. It's like being associated with porn. So people who don't want to associate themselves with corn, sorry, with corn, they name it boudoir. For me, boudoir, it's, you see, erotica, it's a way where you go and where people, together, or individuals are reaching. That's the path they are going with their erotica. So they starting there, then they get more and more, aroused and stimulated till they come, till they reach the climax. You see, boudoir, it's not about climax. Boudoir, it's about beautiful, romantic, and shallow things. So, like I say, people, when they say boudoir, some want to have, seriously penetration shoot. But because they're embarrassed to say erotica, they say boudoir. For me, boudoir is just the beginning of semi nudes and going into nudes, but not doing much sexual for me, right? And I'm saying this for me because there is no, university who will give you a erotic photography course. People who learn erotica, they learn from their own experience, and it's based on their own knowledge, and it's based on their background, and of course the qualities what that personality have. And a lot of boudoir photographers, they're quite shy when it comes to expressing, and going into make love scenes and having literally, come shots and penetration or whatever fantasy or erotic fantasy or kinky or fetish, or that kind of a perverted thing. They are absolutely terrified of that, which I am not. I am different. You see, so my erotica and my boudoir, it will be totally different to the other studios. I'm creating erotic photo shoot with no limitations, no limits. It means that couple can arrive and create any fantasy. They just have to agree with me. I have to confirm that. That's how it works. So depending on what you want, okay, what is it boudoir for you? What is it inside of you as a personality? Can you go that far? How far you can go with them? How far you can lead them, direct them? That's the whole point. It's up to you. You choose. But I can tell you that today people want unlimited shoots. And I've discovered this because I've started boudoir myself, started glamour with adult models, okay, with escorts. That's how I've started. And then when I shoot couples in erotic scenarios, I just did not realize why to cut off this energy and why to stop when they're ready to perform and do more and more in front of the camera. And they want erotic photo shoots. They want to be sexy and frisky with themselves in front of the camera and try this experience because it creates certain emotion and certain vibration and excitement in their body. You see? So it is up to you. It is up to you what you want to do. I am going to have an erotic photography course, and for people who are beginners, they will be doing a startups. And for people who are experienced already in the photography and want to change their profession or have just additional income, that will be available. And I will be discussing about my erotica. You see what I'm doing, and it will be all based on my photography and my experience. That's what I do here in my studio. You see, I create erotic photo shoots, but now I've decided that I will go. I'm practicing chatting and talking, and then we'll go and work with groups. And I create online courses. And this online course will be about adult photography, and people will be able to reach me and enroll and have an erotic photo shoot experience with me online with models or with couples, depending what we're gonna do. But that's up to you. I don't know any kind of college or university where I will tell you you go and you learn your boudoir erotic photography. I don't know such. You see? So you are going to find yourself, experiment yourself, and majority courses are, it's working exactly the same way. When you go to work out to the gym, your coach is not exercising for you. You see, when you go and do your, triceps or biceps, this is you who doing it, you know? This is you who doing. You just, okay, it's 20 reps, it's 30 reps, it's repeat 2 times, 3 times. You're having a program, but you doing it. The same with boudoir. Other photography, yes, available. Yes, available. Other photography. Okay. Yes, available. But the rest you will be doing by yourself. And my only advice is for people who would like to break into boudoir or erotic photography is to start working with startup models, adult models. That's exactly how I started. They all want to have a cheap shoot, and you can book 5 of them, and then they will come too. You seriously have to book a big number. And then you start shooting those models, and then you will realize. And I have this all set up in my plan, okay, how to do it very quick, fast, that people during the studies already start making money. That's the whole point. Now, no one wants to study really long time. So erotic photo shoot is an option that I can offer. And erotic photography course is another topic that I will be discussing little bit later on when I will update my website. And that we will discuss. But this is again up to you. Okay? up to you. You will find your mentor, someone who will tell you what to do and how to do it, me or someone else. You check, everyone, and that's how you will do it by yourself. But I can tell you, with erotic photography, because the adult business is everywhere now, okay, in any country, it's very popular, and and adults would like to try as well erotic photo shoots. When you're starting in, you can take just I could show you how to make safe shots, and that's what I would do with my students, so that they will start making money straight away, not only shooting for free. I am not offering my photography never for free, and I do not want my students do that. That is why erotic model startup is the best place where to start. They need update their profile. They need hot and sexy pictures. That's how they sell themselves. This is their, this is their ID, passport, the hot and sexy pictures. Okay. Let me just quickly change that. So yeah, so that is, I hope I explained to you, okay, that you need to find your own mentor if you don't know how to do it, right? That's one option. Okay, let me just go to another question. I tell you one thing, you are very attractive, beautiful, something about you letting you know. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you. Your words consistently inspire me with bravery. That is Eros energy, what you're feeling. That is exactly what you're feeling. So when I'm talking about my subject, right? And when people do not lie but telling the truth, they have this authenticity energy. That's what attracts people. Okay, that's what attracts people. The moment when people start liking you, okay, liking you, it's an Eros energy, it's a sexual energy. It's a match. It's like you go and see the date. Okay, that's how you decide. You see the person. The first thing how you decide your opinion is based on Eros energy. You like him or not, and you of course decide it sexually, regardless of you gonna be with him in any kind of information. People are looking this way. Okay, that's how they're looking. You like him or you don't like him. That's the Eros energy. So Eros energy, it is about being brave. It is about being confident. It is about being consistent. It is about taking certain actions. It is about risking. You see? Freedom, it is about risk. You know? That's where all this dimension lies of that energy. And when you hear someone who is talking about those things, right, it resonates with you. So it's natural. I will attract everyone who would like to have more Eros energy inside them, to waken that thing up. Okay, because it's been sleeping maybe for too long, or maybe been switched off, or maybe been used for a different purpose. And they are, how to say, they are aware that they vibrate in this energy. They find themselves very active and very, how to say, expressive while they're having lunch with their friends. Okay, that's when they vibrate and they do not realize why they're so exhausted and why they can, you know, be hot and sexy in the bedroom, reinventing things and experimenting and risking and pushing and, reboosting their energy. You see? Because you see, when we go to an intimate situation, again, there are no people who explain us what's happening with this energy. There are, like I say, there are types of people. When I see this here in my studio, there are one trick ponies who like this way, who do this way, and who repeat this way. It comes to the routine. Their sexuality becomes a certain routine, right? The reason why people want to go into infidelity, because they want to get out of that routine, and they want to have this danger and risk feeling. And there are different hormones involved then when they are acting this way. That's what I'm talking about, freedom and liberation. That's exactly what the hormone you feel when you're going into that state. Okay, let me just quickly quickly go into another question. Hi, hello, hi, hello. Well said. Thank you, therapy. Yes. Therapy, yes, yes. We all need therapy, I can tell you. Me included. I'm not like an exception. But you know what I do? I do my own therapy, you know? And that's what I promote. Understanding yourself, being aware, and working on yourself. That's the therapy. That's why when people are grow up going to meditation, going to, finding themselves, working on themselves situation, everyone needs therapy. Okay. Thank you for your compliments. Hi, hello. Thank you for your compliments. Confidence. Yes, confidence is the key. Confidence is the key, and it's the element which has to be present in adults. You know, not every person vibrate with the confidence. Okay, that's the thing. It's contagious. It is. Okay, greetings and salutations from New York City. I never been in New York. Thank you so much. And hi from London. Okay, I have to quickly verify here again. It is a puzzle situation when I have to verify myself on a TikTok. Oh no, I want contagious positivity. No, no pain. Yes, positivity. It is every energy is a contagious. We are choosing where to stay and where to be. Okay, but erotic energy. It is something what we have to stay. The longer we will stay, the younger we will be. You see. And yes, we can switch it off and we can switch it on. But that's what rejuvenates us. That's what fill us up. That's how we look after our machine. And I'm talking about, that physical body. You see, because what I'm seeing now and what I'm knowing now, that everyone goes into the gym now and working and then exercising. But in the reality, if they would exercise every morning with their girlfriend, with their partner, and with their wife, and exercise properly, right? And that would be, how to say, installed in us, that it is a normal lifestyle, like you are having breakfast, right? Before, people were eating once a day. I remember really a long time ago when I was in one of the movies, and there was a very old actor, and he was saying to me that, the French people, or I don't remember, I think he said French, discovered this, nonsense, breakfast, lunches, and whatever. I don't know who, but someone discovered this, and before, people ate one time a day. Okay, and there wasn't, as a habit, right? So we can change our habits. Intimacy, sexuality, okay, connection, working out with your partner, not working out, in the morning, in the gym with those, I'm not saying you don't need to, but I'm just saying there are priorities, okay? And that is much better for your body. That is much better for you. But people uh, put aside these, normal things, like to go to the toilet is normal, is a must, right? And to have, a drink and food is a must. Why they don't understand that this is your food, energetical food, and remedy, how that's how you restore yourself, and that's how you release that stress and other emotional mm, dirt or rubbish that you gathered only through intimacy. And that's what you cure yourself and your partner. There is a big impact for both people when they have intimacy, and that's a proper energy and vibration. That's why I'm talking about this eros, because you see, eros goes with the spiral up. It actually goes up. Your relationship and intimate life has to go up and get better. not down, not worse, not in the same, routine and circle. It has to go up. But for that, people need to understand what is Eros energy, how to edit the situation, how to change, how to initiate the change, how to understand that they need change, how to rebuild themselves. And here I just write this, like, it's a huge force. It's a force that actually made us humans. Through that energy we came alive. And I mean, like, literally we became humans through that energy. Such a useful source, and not only source, the only source that we actually have to work on and understand and explore. You see, explore. And in that Eros energy, you can re-edit yourself. You can reinvent. You can rebuild. You can rebrand. You can revamp. You can restore. You can reboost. You can rehabilitate, revitalize. You can do whatever. That's what is rebellious freedom energy. That's what that is. You know, this is the time to understand that there are not many examples out there, and that this is up to us to be one. I don't see many examples, but I see a lot of speakers about business, about the marketing, about blah, blah, blah situation. I can see those, but I don't see many who are understanding how important the relationship is, and that Eros energy in the relationship and in that human body and in that connection. Because it just blows my mind when I imagine what you can do with this energy. You can leave the planet with this energy. You can leave your body. You see, we are practicing intimacy on the highest vibration. That anyone had such an amazing time. If you match and you find that person with who you leave this planet, that's what that is. The force, the power, that's what you're practicing. You should be practicing. But somehow people just, they come around the same circle, and then they lose it, and they go find another one. Then again, they in the same circle, they find, and they do not realize that the problem is that Eros energy, that you need to rebuild it, you need to reconstruct it, you need to re-edit, not someone else. That's the whole thing. That partnership, it's to calm the ocean inside of you. That stressful, that social media or in general impact of life, is down to your partner to calm the things inside you and bring to normal, bring your whole state, physical and emotional state, to the balance. And that person who will touch you is going to be the best therapist for you. Touch will be like a therapy. You see? That's why the relationships, right? Okay. You look beautiful with your hair down. Thank you. Perfect lips. Excellent presentation. Wow, I rock it. Okay, you switch me on. Good. Must be good experience. Must be good experience. Oh my gosh. It's such a great experience. Okay. And it's all up to us. So, what happens with this, the whole situation and experience? We have to go into this frequency, into this energy. Okay. And we attract those people to us. You know, we are electromagnetic field, right? But when we are crushed with negative emotion, okay, and with negative information, and with worry and with all kind of absurdity what happened through our life, and we're carrying that load, right? We are not able to vibrate it to the max. It's the same like when you are getting ill. Okay, you do not have enough resource. you know you don't have it. Very often you need someone else's help to give that energy, to give that stimulus. Especially, I am talking, no, I'm not talking just about, some kind of a flu or some kind of a this. I'm talking about serious conditions. Of course, tumorous and cancerous conditions. You see, you need extra. Of course, everyone can heal themselves. I am different. I have much sexual energy. Okay. If you have a lot of sexual energy, then you're not single. Yeah, what you doing with it? What you're doing with that's a very good question. Okay, I would like everyone to tell me, are they single or are they in a relationship? What is the situation with you? Can you just send me the information here? Are you single or are you in a relationship? And if you are in a relationship, can you put plus if you enjoying your relationships, and put minus if you want to get out? Okay, can you do that? So that I know, because you see, you start communicating with me and I start knowing you. When I start knowing people, I want to ask questions. Tell us, yes, yes. From cradle to the grave, to the grave. No, we don't. You see, I even don't. Before, I was thinking about the grave. Okay, I was thinking about the grave, and I was thinking about being in the box and being in the ground. Okay, but then there are a lot of things happen to me. Okay, and I've realized that it is better to burn this body, just for a reason that the energy and your soul, it can stay here. And we know that Christianity is something what made us to actually stop this reincarnation and just keep the souls in here. So it's a very interesting topic to discuss later. Okay, but in the reality, if you want to talk about death, death is a very death is a topic that people are scared about, especially when they're getting older and when they're approaching this, scared about. But death can be very different depending on your evaluation of your state of your development, of your evolution. It can be very differently affected. It, I can explain the death in a different ways. When you are not, how to say, when you are not developed, when you are blinded yet, when you are being more in the lower development, you are experiencing pain when you're dying. You are experiencing a very, how to say, shocking. You are in shock, and the scariest, very scary, and the scariest part is when you are suffocating. That's the scariest part, because you are suffocating. Physically, you are experiencing this. Okay, but when you are, and then you see those travels and tunnels and lights and light, different kind of information. When you're dying already, more developed as a emotional, as a soul being, right? Your death is a switch. You can very quickly switch from the body into your energy soul matter. And it's very, um how to say, I experienced different kind of vibrations. I even been in the state where I could see how my soul is removing itself from the body and getting out of my body. I was even witnessing this kind of situations. I don't know, not many people online talking about death, but I'm sure that many of them experiencing different kind of death. death situations. So getting out of your body, because when you die, you leave your body literally. And when you leave your body, you see you do not remember anyone. You don't remember anything. You don't remember. I always was surprised why people who are dead, they don't want to come back. I always was surprised. And when you dead, you feeling such a orgasmic bliss feeling, constant. You see? Not empty, but such a joy, and this, that's why I don't want to go back. And you don't feel, do not remember any children or any your parents. You don't didn't, they do not exist there. It's just a game where you're playing here on the on this earth. It's just a game. I can tell you about that. And it is actually when you seriously develop yourself spiritually, emotionally, like you are open to receive the information from the universe. When you develop yourself there, the change from being alive and going into death is very quick and painless. It's painless. It's like you fell asleep. It's exactly what you're doing. And I believe that people who are sleeping, they are practicing that. And death should be very easy. And when you go into another world, and there are different kind of worlds there and different dimensions actually, but there are deaths when you're staying here on this earth. There are this type of situations as well. Different kind of situations. Right. No, we have a soul, we have a spirit, yes, and we have an energy field, everyone, which, depending on your life, how you go through your life, you know it's like a cocoon around you. That's how it looks like. Yes, okay, so let me just finish this. No, grandpa. You way past that. mm. Cornlaw. Yes, thank you for teaching me this word, because I was just thinking, how do I change that? Deep, really deep. Thank you. Yes, you are bold woman. Thank you. Sound great. Good afternoon. Hello, that's amazing. Hands on. Better. Okay, hands on, honey. I'm here. Hi, hello. I want to be startup model. Startup models. Okay. Today one guy was calling me, and he was also saying that I want to be a startup model. Okay, startup model need to understand one thing. Okay, that they have a choice, or they will find some agency or agent who will represent them, or they are going to manage themselves. Okay, that's the startup model situation. To make just the pictures and become a startup model, it's not enough, right? Startup models has to do something with their portfolio, and they need to understand what kind of the model they have to be or want to be. Okay, and you in adult business can be any kind of model, anyone, and any shape and any size and any, like, seriously anything possible in there. One requirement is you have to be present, that you are aware that you are managing it. Okay, so you will be creating your accounts and you will be sending your portfolios. Models usually can make a small website as a link for their work to present and send that link to other agencies or whatever they are modeling, or they're looking for work and sending that link to photographers, different kind of situations. Or you can just go to this OnlyFans and create your own portfolio and be model there. If you are not a nude model, not naked model, you can then use different kind of model websites that are different, right? And some of them also accept nude photography, but I'm talking if you are an adult business. In adult business, then it's different. Okay, but anyone can be a startup model. What you need to do is you need to find your photographer and create portfolio. Okay, for that you need like a startup budget. That's it. And startup model, you can just have between 6 to 12 pictures. That will be enough. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Adventure. Yes, it will be a great adventure, seriously, because modeling is an adventure and it is about confidence and it is about Eros energy, trying new things, risking, developing, redeveloping, re editing yourself, like I say, remaking. You are wise to be 20. No, no, you double that. You double that. I'm a half a century. Sun is 28. I'm not 25. That's why, Yeah. Okay. We get to it after so long. It's like second nature. I don't know what is it, second nature, but Eros energy, erotic energy, and relationships, and being in the relationship and being intimate with yourself and with your partner has to be a second nature. You see? For me, it has to be like you go to the loo or you go and have some food. That's kind of an intimacy. It's not something special that you do on the holiday, or you have a special occasion, or someone will be responsible for the date. It has to be so natural for us that we are drawn to it, like I say, like a normal food. It's now exercises become so natural to go and work out. But you look how they work out. You look what they are doing. You look it's like, seriously. I'm looking at those, yoga, face yoga. Have you seen a face yoga? It's so funny. They put something on in your mouth and they do their face yoga. You understand? It's like how to say, they're fooling themselves. Okay, they're just fooling themselves. You know, it's a substitute for what? And I understand there are a lot of single people, but that's why I'm discussing this, because single is not a choice. It's a situation that you are in. This is your perception. If you change your perception, you will get a perspective to go somewhere with it and to do something. And yes, you are old, and yes, you are this, and you are bald, and you are fat, and you need to lose weight or whatever. Seriously, people can find and people can torture themselves and enjoy that. Okay, but I'm not talking about these cases. I'm talking about healthy people and they want to stay alive. And then when they are alive, they want to find a good death and die properly, die properly during make love. It's my situation, just to fly away and not come back. That's how people should die, you know that's how people should die. But somehow someone told us, that it has to be in a different way. And somehow by this time, you see, everything what is sexual is so closed and so protected and so, how to say, scary and so dangerous. And on the other side, we have a huge business, which is corn. Huge business, and everyone is in it. You see? And that promotion happens, and this business is what is doing is creating emotional addiction, okay, which doesn't even give a proper hormonal satisfaction. It gives us a relief, yes, but what is the level of that? What is the depth of that? What is the difference when you experience this with the person who you fancy, who you want, and then you are imagining that and seeing the illusion in your head? What is the difference? Artificial intimacy. That's what's happening. Artificial intimacy. That's where everything is going. So I am just talking about, real things. And I'm trying to stimulate totally different senses. You see? That's my point. We get to used to Okay, it's like a second nature. You give me confidence. Good, good. This part true. I can't turn off. I can't turn off. Let me just tell you about this thing I can turn off. And for me, it was I could not turn on. You see, when I'm creating erotic photo shoots, I'm trying to be off sexual energy, sexual energy, because people who are working here with me, if they would associate me in the same vibration, I would have a totally different photo shoot. Okay, so I'm always switch off, so that the woman comes with the husband, they do not see and do not feel that the husband has any kind of sexual attraction. If the man comes for erotic photo shoot, I do not initiate anything and he doesn't feel anything from me, either that I am a professional. And yes, I'm in a woman body. I'm a woman, yes. Okay. But the fact that I'm a woman, it's enough. But energetically, he doesn't get anything to get any kind of stimulation and action towards me. So I switch off very well. And, uh, and then I just realize that, it's get off really long time. That's my problem. Professional situation. These chefs who are cooking with the heavy pans, they have always pain in their wrists. Okay, it's a professional situation. So mine is that, sexual energy. That's also how we got born. That's exactly what I'm saying. This is the biggest energy source that human can have to their disposition. It's in our display and we are not using it. That is why we say that we're using just 20 or 30% the genius is, our brain. Because you see, you are experiencing in your body, but you're also experiencing in your brain your stimulation. That's the eros where it's born. That's where the fantasies get created and started, and that's why we are not experiencing enough. That's what I'm talking here about. Mm-hmm. Whatever has your heart is a lucky individual. The way you think is perfect. No one has my heart. That person died. And I got introduced to one more chance, you see, in life. So that's how it is. Okay. Animal magnetism. Yes. 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 Animal, you mean animalistic? Yes, it's all. You see, when you say animal, of course, it's on the smell level, on a subconscious level. That's where it's born, and your eros is on that level, on subconscious. About nothing. Yes, I need that. Julia gets stale. I don't know her, but I'm psychiatrist, and if you are reading this, I believe she's honest. You believe, she believes. I can tell you, authentic energy is the only energy that vibrates and get resonated with children and with adults. Okay, and when the person is not lying, this is obvious. This is obvious, so I don't have to prove her anything. Okay, someone is clearly likes me. Enjoy German helmet, or is that too much? Enjoy German helmet. Photo shoot with the helmet. Enjoy German. There has to be a meaning behind it. Do you think I know English language so well that I know all the expressions? German, Swedish, helmet. I'm learning, you see. When I'm speaking English, I'm learning. So you introduced me to this German helmet, what that is. I'm out, but I am out, but stay you. It's rare to hear common sense mixed with the knowledge. It's really to common sense. You see, it's not even common sense. People have to be like, come back to reality where they're supposed to be. We came here to this planet for one and single reason, okay? To find our mate, okay? To get into evolution to the point that we will die. And that death will be an easy way for us, an easy way out, okay? But they got trapped in these stupid games, you know? Stupid games. They want a more property, they want a more yachts, they want a more power, they want to be, a president of whatever. They want to be, whatever they want to be. Okay, and they're playing those games. Everyone is allowed to play any kind of game. Just the problem is that these games are playing, not them. They've been played through. They're like tools, you know? Here humans are not living their own life. Okay, someone else is playing there. That's the thing, with these games. Take it easy. Take it easy. You too, my guy. Love, peace, and unity both. Minus, minus. Okay, minus, minus. Minus, minus. Single minus. And even single minus. Okay, yes, they get very religious. Okay. Minus, it's I can tell you how it is, right? Everyone has to be in that minus that when they get to the plus, they're gonna grab it and hold it with with their hands. You understand? Only when we lack and when don't have it and when we got that we appreciate. So that time is necessary for us to evolve and understand why we are in minus. You know? The moment you start changing, the universe will send you a plus. Your mortality. Yes, that happens when you age. Yes, young people don't think much about that. They don't think. I know by myself. Okay, it's just I'm so glad to be fair that all these tragical, I would say, experiences happened to me. So it happened probably for a reason, so that I could share it and I could explain people, right? That it is not scary to die. It's actually easy if you are in the certain level of your development as a human being. And it is scary when it happened the first time, of course. But it is a painful and a scary death. And when you evolve yourself, you are able to do it in a different way. It's like the mechanism is different. You see? Different mechanism. It's like you evolve even in the way you die. You know what's happening? Okay. The same like I'm telling you, I had this broken foot many years ago, and it took me very long time to repair it, like a very long time. And I was wearing those boots, that bone just constantly, I couldn't, And now I broke my foot and it instantly repaired in few weeks. I'm already standing. Yesterday I was skipping. Not full on, and the leg was in pain in the evening, but I was skipping. Okay, after 2 weeks, no, okay, 3 weeks, I was skipping, and before, so you see, you can evolve and you can heal yourself in a different even speed. It's get rapid. Dust in the wind. Oh no, I want to come back for you. Dust in the wind. Yeah, we become a dust. That's very true. That's very true. You will not remember anything. The place you will go, it will be so beautiful and so enjoyable, depending on your travel. You see, people, like I say, the reason why I'm talking here and I'm talking about Eros energy, because this is the way how you will evolve. This is the way how you would evolve in your relationship. You see, because you meet that person to have intimate connection and to develop that energy to a certain level. You meet people for a sexual interaction, not to go to the library together. Okay? When you go to dating and you see someone on a dating site, you think about one thing only. Okay? No matter how educated you are. Okay, no matter, unless you have a totally different goal, and then you check what car he has, how big is his wallet, what is on the bank account, and so on. That's a different goal, right? But I'm talking about, normal situation, right? Normal. Hi, hello, really deep. Love it, sweet. I'm here. Hi, hello again. Again, number one, want to get out of the relationship. I maybe need to talk about people who want to get out of the relationship. Sometimes, yes, sometimes you are so delusional that you think that you are in the relationship or in that boat, but you are actually not. Okay, that's also can happen. Okay, and you think that you want to get out of the boat, but you are not even in that boat anymore. That kind of a situation can happen. Okay, we can be so played and so blinded, and erotic photo shoot is another topic which I can say that when people are in the relationship and they want to out or they want to stay together, they find reasons why. Okay, when they have enough information, they can take a decision and they can make a change. That's what erotic photo shoot is there for. Not only to undress and play with yourself and show your private parts and overcome that emotional stress and emotional blocks that you have, or negative obsession, negative, perspective, perception of yourself. And so not only about that, but to get more information. Photography, it's like X-ray. It's like X-ray. It not only takes a picture of what kind of thing you're wearing, but how you're feeling. You can read your own face. And then at that moment, you realize what you was thinking about and what was troubling you. Okay, that's what camera is able to do. It's able to fixate your magnetic field. And of course, what's happening in the electric field, right? That's what they do. One video and you won't regret it. I'm not regretting it. I like a new nature. Hello, beautiful. How is your day? My evening. My evening. It is evening. Yes, I like connection. Twin like. Exactly. Yes, the situation that sucks. The situation that sucks. The first thing is to know that you are in this situation. Is the first thing. The second thing, to get information about that situation. And the third thing is to take a decision. And to take a decision, you need to be confident, and your erotic energy has to be present. Okay? Your errors have to be there so that you would know what to do, you in your adulthood. Because what happens is people start to avoid it, people start not to see it, people, waiting for something, maybe something change, going to a different kind of fantasy world, illusions, delusions, and trying to think maybe someone else or that other person will take a first step, and so on. Okay, different kind of situations. There are even situations when people are not taking any steps and chances. They know that they are, wanna out of the relationship, but because they have a business together, children together, house together, whatever together, they're staying, they're choosing. There are different kind of situations. Everyone choosing how they want to live. And the beauty of adulthood is that everyone allowed to live the way they want. Okay? But I am here. You see, erotic photography, which I design and which I create, it's kind of truthful. And it's designed to make bond people together. Okay? And provide more information about them. Be aware. You see, be aware of themselves. That's kind of art I'm making. And it happens, of course, that people would leave relationship and split up. It happens as well. But most of the time it's making stronger the bond. Okay. Like I say, re-editing yourself, reinventing yourself, remaking, rebranding. That's what I'm doing during that photo shoot. I'm trying to find the new ways, new horizons, okay? Put them in a new vibration, a new position, in new situation, give them toys, props, do something that they would never do so that they would boost themselves and show the parts of themselves that they don't know, they cannot recognize, and they don't know it existed. That's what's powerful about Eros energy. The spiral goes up. It never goes the same. So erotic photo shoot and erotic energy during erotic photo shoot has to go up if you're doing erotic photo shoot. If you're doing boudoir photo shoot, it can go in one circle. It doesn't have to be that stimulated because it's a start, it's a ground. And for some people, the start is enough. Okay, not everyone wants to go the whole way. That's how it goes. Okay. That's good. Adult creative studio. That is correct. What does that mean? Where adults can create. And you see, adults, I believe, just want to create one thing. Okay. They want to play one game and only. Okay. They have some toys to play with, the tools. Okay. They have this energy that they can, enjoy together and join into the game, right? That's what kind of the games I'm talking about. It's, of course, creative games, it's impulsive games, it's stimulating games, right? It's games about your arousal, your turn on situation, okay? That kind of the game. And of course, it's about erotic fantasies, it's about your kinks and fetishes, right? It's that kind of a game. And also, you can use toys and props, extra toys. I mean, you can buy them. Okay, not only your toys, but you can buy those toys and bring to the studio to play. That kind of a creative adult events we make. And we also invite hot and sexy models. If someone don't want to play with their partner, for example, or they missing stimulation, then they can have some help, coming from the side. That's also an option. Are you reading something? Always, always. I'm looking at that screen and reading your messages. What do you think I'm doing? I'm reading that out. Do you think that I am intellectually, telepathically know who is typing what? Of course, I'm looking at the screen and I'm reading this. Where are you from? I love your accent. I'm from Lithuania. I want love from good woman. Are you that good man? You see, everyone who wants a very good woman, they have to think, are you that person who you would date yourself? Are you ready? Are you ready? Think about that. You breath of the fresh air. That's really good. Okay. Yes, no library. Okay, for dinner. I'm getting that so much. Okay, that's just so much. Okay, I need to go. Thank you so much for participating. Okay. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a long life. I spoke today about erotic freedom and liberation. And as always, I'm getting inspired by you and just going slightly off the topic. And I'm not accomplishing my goals because I have certain things to talk about. And then I go into energy and to live discussion with you, which I enjoy. Okay. And you try me to bend in the way, and I am releasing certain energy with you as well, and of course giving you some information that I know. Okay, and that is beneficial. You see, we are exchanging. Okay, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you, and I hope I see you soon. I hope I'm gonna go tomorrow. That's my plan, to do the whole February lives and see what happened then. Okay, so I am with you, and tomorrow I'm gonna talk maybe about about couples and maybe about rules in my studio for couples. Okay, because there has to be some rules, right? It's not a freestyle photo shoot and they do whatever they want. Okay, so that's I'm gonna maybe talk about tomorrow. We'll see. Tomorrow will come. Maybe I'll change my opinion. Thank you so much and have a good evening. You probably having good morning or lunchtime. Here in London, it's already 6 o'clock. So thank you so much and bye.